Hi everyone, Scorp here. I'm done with this Gemini 2 playthrough of Dark Dragons, but I have put together a couple of dragon decks. This is not a Blue Eyes deck, unfortunately. I am going to save that one for later, when, I have, at a point when I've actually gone through with, like, Blue Eyes or something. Something more like that. For right now, I am just going to show off 3 varying deck costs or levels of dragon deck in terms of cost. And I figured I'd just, show off how, like, different you can build dragons. I'm starting off here with the cheapest deck. This one kind of plays tunes. They're Toon Dragons. Oh. Don't do what I did. Forget it. Specific card. I just realized that I forgot a card, and I'm not very happy with myself that I forgot that card. We need Thousand Dragon because it's a tune. The problem is that we need Time Wizard to get that. So, Time Wizard has a very interesting effect, but we need to draw it. Unfortunately, it's a 3-of in the deck, and 3-ofs are just unfortunately annoying to get. This is kind of the main concern with playing like wind dragons, is that you can only grab certain... Well, we drew the Thousand Dragon without the... Or like hard running like 1,000 dragons, though. It's nice to draw the one that you hard ran, though. Hey, okay, well, we drew all of the Time Wizards we could ever want. But there is a very specific card that I forgot in this deck. I'm sure somebody is going to notice that it's not here. I'm going to point it out when I go over the deck profile. It's pretty inexcusable to leave it out, so yeah, this is my bad. But I did want to show off what Lesser Dragons does. So, it powers up all wind creatures. It's getting... my dragons are going to get powered down by the leader power that Mr. Tristan has, but there's not much we can do about that. And, of course, most of his deck is Earth, so he's going to stun us a bunch. But we should eventually get through. Wow, you didn't attack my Goblin fan, sir. That's some restraint. I am going to go ahead and buff this one again. I probably can actually get rid of one of these Thousand Dragons that's in the back here for another Lesser Dragon, just so I get more boosted strength, since I don't really need every single dragon. You only really need like 3 cards to hunt somebody down. Hey, his Judgment decided to not change. Now, the problem is I might be here a bit, as he just plays Earth Creature after Earth Creature and stuns me indefinitely. If you wanted to, you could play Sky Dragon in this deck. I found it a little too expensive to put it in. But Sky Dragon is another Wind Dragon, so is buffed by these lesser dragons. Now, I did not give the leader ability that makes your tunes change terrain to tune terrain. I think that would be a little bit absurd, but I might add it later. So we'll do this. Oh, a Queen's Double. Okay. Now we've infiltrated and we can play a Toon World here. If only his leader power would just activate that for me. But now we've infiltrated enough that we have 3 dragons. 3 dragons are more than enough to start taking out all of his forces. And hey, Princess of Saruvi is a wind, so we don't even have an issue. Yeah, this is just a typical deck. At this point, you guys probably can see which creature I'm missing. For playing Wind Toon Dragons, it's kind of inexcusable to not have Parrot Dragon in here. But, I mean, it's kind of okay without it. But you should still play... You should still play it. Okay, well, that's 2 low rolls from him on Judgment. Oh, it didn't high roll me too bad, so that's nice. We'll just throw another Toon World down here. And now we've made the majority of his field Toon. He doesn't have anywhere to go. I don't need to prolong the inevitable anymore. I do want to show off that I do have a Gaia the Dragon champion. It does get buffed by Toon Terrain. I should also mention that it actually has a good effect. Okay, so we need nothing in here, so we'll just skip this. Okay, so this deck, if you were wanting to make it a little more expensive, you can absolutely put Parrot Dragons in here. So I'm just going to start with that. So if you guys wanted Parrot Dragons, you can definitely have them. There are plenty of dragons you can cut out. All these petite dragons. The One-Eyed Shield Dragons don't have a bad effect. The Yamatano can definitely go. I'm only running 2 Gaia the Dragon champions to keep the deck cost low. These things move 2 spaces regardless of terrain. Which is an excellent effect. They're really good at chasing people down. And as you guys saw, they're tunes. Which... a lot of these, the stronger winds are tunes, so that's really nice. Baby Dragon's a tune, Thousand Dragon's a tune. I only have 1,000 dragon in here. Again, I was trying to keep the deck cost down, but putting in something like a parrot dragon, definitely a good idea. So yeah, don't if you can go up higher in deck cost, like if you're going for 1,000, you can change out a couple of the cards and get there pretty fine. But yeah, going over the cards real quick. Dragon Champion, great card. Dragon Scroll, this is just here to change field if I need it, or just be fodder for Time Wizard. One-Eyed Shield Dragon, this thing takes no combat damage, so excellent if your opponent plays a Gorgon's Eye on you. And it also is fodder for Time Wizard. As you saw, Lesser Dragon, nature effect to buff all wind creatures by 500. Really solid addition to the deck. And it can also get turned into a 1,000 Dragon with Time Wizard. Baby Dragon is 100% 1,000 Dragon fodder. Sorry, Baby Dragon, but that's about what I see you as. 1,000 Dragon, literally these big dragons are to cost. So however much deck cost you want to throw them in. Petite Dragons are here for Time Wizard fodder. More Toon so triple Toon World. These came up in that game. They were very helpful. Toon World is the strongest field spell if you're not fighting toons. And since these things are considered toons, really, really good. A healing spell. I always try to put one in my deck. It's just so nice to have a healing spell sometimes. I know it's not the world's greatest thing to have a healing spell because they cost you a play, but sometimes you just need it when your opponent double Ruryokus you. Then 3 Dragon Treasures, 3 Megamorph, 3 Gust Fans. You're gonna see a bit of a similarity. Megamorph is 1,000 point equip now, is very, very good. So other than deck cost restrictions, it's gonna go in a lot of decks. 3 Curse Breakers, these keep the cost down, but they're really good cards. And then Tears of the Mermaid, really, really cheap and effective trap, and then 2 Goblin Fans because there's a lot of Ruryokus in this mod going around. And I don't want to deal with that. So, next up. This is my medium cost deck. This is similar to the deck that we went through the game with, except a little cheaper. Now we could pretty much play whoever we want with this deck. I think Rex will be a fun opponent. We're not utilizing anything super ridiculous. This is a pretty typical list compared to like the original Gemini, and even like other, like even vanilla. This is pretty close to what I'd use if you could get these cards. So we're gonna start out here. Not really happy with this hand because the High-Hone is not with a Dark Dragon, but we did get a Mountain, which is a great start. Oh, hey. This might make this duel a little bit quicker. Okay, Serpentine Princess. Pretty much the best thing that he could have done the first turn besides fuse a Brachioridus and then double equip it, but good for us. Won the fight. I don't know why Rex's AI does this, but it is not good. Rex, this is how you lose games. Badly. the tears, if it catches anything, it literally is going to end the game because of the beast skull next to it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Now I'm going to take damage. Oh well. His leader power is good, by the way. Extra movement on all creatures is absurdly strong. Oh well. I'm just adding insult to injury here. He's already dead. Okay. Again, I already gave all of the save all of the cards, so slots don't matter. But as you can see, as we go up in deck cost, the deck is a little bit stronger. This one should be significantly more consistent because it doesn't rely on you drawing a 3 of and Time Wizard. The deck is actually strong without it. So, starting off, Beast Skull Dragon Leader. Just use any level 7 or higher dragon. Please, there's no reason not to win dragons. Your other option is level 3 or lower or something like that. And they get open card without extended support range. It's not great. So that goes with all these decks. And dragons are notoriously expensive on the summoning power, so that reduced summoning power is really nice. So Curse of Dragon, this doesn't make Wasteland, this makes Mountain in this mod. So 3 of those really, really strong. Triple Blackland. So all of these cards, these first 6 can all fuse with Tyhone to make a Red Eyes. Then we have 3 Red Eyes. We only have 1 Beast Skull just straight up in the deck. This is for deck cost reasons. You could add in more if you want to, but it's up to you. Next up, 3 Tyhones. These are for the fusions to get your Red Eyes, and then 3 Summon Skulls to go from the Red Eyes into Beast Skull. This setup is pretty consistent at getting you out Beast Skulls pretty well, so that's nice. And then Triple Mountain, because terrain changes are super strong in this game. Soul the Pure for healing, Magical Neutralizing Force Field. This thing, its effect literally does everything. I honestly would like to just put 15 of them in every deck. But at the same time, like, you need strong base attack creatures for this to be really effective. So, very much recommend this card, though, if you at least can have it as one of. It's replacing one of the dark energies, so kind of where it is. So 2 dark energies, 3 dragon treasures, 3 megamorph, 3 nails of bane. Lots of equips. We don't have many monsters in here, but the ones that we do have, they're going to be really big. And then 3 Tears of the Mermaid and 2 Goblin Fans. For the traps, I mean, Tears just sets things up for you to do a ton of damage. Goblin Fan prevents those Ruriokus, the pesky Ruriokus, and any burn. Really, really good card. And then Curse of Trihorn Dragon is, it fuses with Curse of Dragon, makes Trihorns. Another 3 boss monsters, effectively. Pretty solid. Now, let's go to the last deck. Now, this deck is using more of a Rolls-Royce package in terms of like stuff it has. We'll just go pick on Seto. I tried for only 1600 deck cost. You could go higher. You can also consider a couple cards like Kaiser Dragon if you want more summoning power in this deck. So there are still options even at this kind of deck cost. But I think we might have just won. Because he played a monster, so... Oh! Nope, we just lost. Okay. Maybe I should play around that sometime. Well, yep. We're going to game 2. I mean, we did successfully play a 5500 dragon on turn 1. Unfortunately for us, we are dead on turn 2. Spectacular job, Kaiba. If anyone's wondering why Kaiba has Jowls in his deck, it's for things like that. Making you play smart, play around cards. Well, this time he played a Speller Trap to start, so... I'm not as worried, although it could be a Mirror Force. So... it's time to roll the dice. Let's roll the dice twice because it's funny. First one was terrible. Good. Get it out of here. Okay. Not an upgrade. Ew. Mirror Wall. Well, I need to go get rid of the Mirror Wall, so... we're gonna go over here. Good job, Kaiba. You charged at me with the Kaiser Dragon when it was a bad idea. I have lethal through the mirror wall? I think I do. Oh, I don't. Go away, mirror wall. What did he just use for? Is that what I think it is? Oh, he made an MBD. Okay. Well, I have lethal, so I'm gonna take the lethal. But if this doesn't lethal him, I lose again, so... Because he equipped a MBD, so... the thing was massive. But that second game, we didn't even draw well, and we won, so... As long as you don't get your gigantic thing jowls and then it hit you directly, you're fine. Yep. Okay, so let's go over this deck. We can all laugh at the fact that I lost to a Jowls, which is kind of funny. Okay, so same kind of thing as the last deck. Curse of Dragons, these ones are here pretty much to fuse with Tyhoons. So just to make more Red Eyes. 3 Red Eyes, triple MBD in this deck. We weren't skimping for cost, so I could put them in. There's the Tyhoons for making the Red Eyes. Rayurans and Mega Rayurans are for insect imitation shenanigans, which I went for and unfortunately low rolled. They have one of the best pools for insect imitation. It's still terrible, but I really like to believe that I'll get an MBD one day. And I have, but it's just not likely. Meteor Dragons diffuse with the Red Eyes to make more MBDs. This entire deck is just here to make MBDs. Mimicat, for whatever you desire. An extra copy of any card in the game is pretty nice. Dark Hole. You know, just get rid of your opponent's stuff and then summon a huge creature the next turn and kill them. Pretty nice. Or play it down. Get kind of close to your opponent. Dark Hole at the start of your turn. Move right next to your opponent and drop a MBD with one of these Dragon Treasures on it for 4,000 damage. So 3 Dragon Treasures, 3 Salamandra, 3 Megamorph, 3 Rurioku. What an expensive set of equips here. 12 equipped, lots of equipped. But every single monster in this deck is relatively large, so any of them can be a pretty big threat. So it's not really that big of a stretch to run this many equips. Again, 3 insect imitations for the memes, and then 2 goblin fans. So yeah, pretty simple deck. As long as you don't run into Jowls, you should be okay. All of these decks could be upgraded with Eye Armors, Jowls of Dark Demise, and many other cards that have really strong effects, but these are the simple versions of the deck for you to start playing around with. So yeah, that's going to do it for today. Thank you all for watching, and have a nice day.